Cool. Man, one thing I hate is getting bit by mosquitoes. They keep leaving these black marks on me and shit. Even when I don't scratch them. This shit trash, son. How I get rid of this shit? It look like I done been punched in my leg by a 2-year-old. No, I'm just playing. Well, welcome back to another episode of Real Talk with Tay. I'm your host, of course, Miss Tay Nicole. As y'all know, we are still talking about TV shows. However, if you would like to see the live reaction video to a movie and or have a movie request, I'm open to do those. But in the meantime, in between time, we still talking about movies until we at least hit 60 episodes. And then I'm going to just talk about whatever fucking thing I want to talk about that I seen and tell y'all about it because it's Real Talk with Tay. So we talking about reels. Anyway, this episode was requested by one of my favorites, my long time day one subscriber, Mr. Bellamy. Another New York Undercover episode, season 3, episode 24, The Last Hurrah. I'm not gonna cap. I already knew what this episode was supposed to be about. So I kind of already knew what I was walking into. But I will also tell you the truth. I thought this episode was boring. Boring as shit. However, it still was a good episode, even though it was boring. And yes, an episode can be boring, but still good at the same time. Don't argue with me, argue with your mama. I don't have time to argue with you. Now, let me break the episode down for you lames that ain't never seen it or that don't know what New York Undercover is. So, first of all, you got two motherfuckers that are detectives. You got Malik Yoba's character. I think his name is JC. I always forget what his fucking name is. I think it's JC, though. Then you got Eddie or Ed. Malik Yoba, of course, black man. Ed, Hispanic brother, Latino brother. So they're partners. They go and fight these crimes. So in this episode in particular, they have a case that they need to crack with bank robbers, right? So they end up finding one loose end to the bank robbery situation. And basically the case starts getting busted open left and right because the undercover cops is trash and can't do their fucking job and just doing stupid shit. If you hear that fucking thing down there rocking and rolling, that's one of them machines down there in the basement doing their job. Don't worry about that. Anyway, so here's the thing that threw me off, right? So you got two undercovers that ended up getting killed in this episode because they didn't use their common sense. So they ended up getting a lead on the bank robbers because one of the bank robbers got kicked out the crew and was supposed to get unalive. However, one of the people in the crew told him, hey, you gotta get out of Dodge because they're going to take you out. So send somebody to come and get your bread. So as he was trying to escape from his house because the police came to get his ass, one of the undercovers was waiting on him outside, knocked him down, took him in. Whatever. They get him in there. He ended up spilling and squealing like a little pig. So the cop goes to pretend to be the guy supposed to pick up his bread. And this is how he gets looped. This is how the undercover gets looped into this bullshit. All in all, you got Ed who wants to marry, I forget Shorty's name. Damn, what was her name? I forgot her name that fast. But point is, Ed and his fiance supposed to be getting married or some shit like that. That's why I said it was boring because some of the shit don't even have nothing to do with nothing. This is about cop work and shit like that. They try to turn it too much into a drama meets love connection. I mean, what's his name? JT or JC? Let me double check. Cause now I'm about to piss myself off because I'm usually good at remembering these motherfuckers' names. All right, hold on. Cause I really want to remember his name. I call him Malik Yoba. Let me double check. JC, I was right. It is JC. His name is Julius and whatever. Anyway, so where was I at? I forgot that fast. Anyway, Eddie and his fiance was getting married. Now, here's the thing that I want to jump straight to. The first detective that got cat, He pretended to be the pickup man for the dude that did the bank robbery for his money. Now, of course, if you're going to pretend to be someone that you're not and you work in the law enforcement field, how does they not have a fake profile for you to make you look like a criminal? I'm so confused. I don't hmm. I don't understand how he didn't listen to what old girl told him. I think her name was Nina, by the way. But how he didn't listen to what she told him, how that shit could backfire on him because they not that dumb. They smart enough to figure shit out. And sure or not, that same night they figured that shit out and capped his ass in his own bed. Now, phew, move forward. What really pissed me off in this episode was one of the detectives, I forget his name, he kept making calls to Tommy from Martin Lawrence's show. I can't think of his name on the show, but he kept making calls to him while in front of the other bank robbers and shit. Right now, let me rewind real quick. So originally, it was four bank robbers in the beginning of the show, right? And one of the bank robbers got hemmed up by the laws. The other bank robber ended up getting capped, you know, when they was trying to get away from the laws. And then this all happened in different in chronological order. How I'm telling you, it just shit didn't. Now the one of the niggas that was pretending to be a bank teller or a bank manager, I'm trying to figure out what happened to him because I don't recall seeing what happened to him. I don't know if he got shot, if he just got away, but something happened to him and he just vanished. I don't know what exactly happened to him. But let's go back to where I was getting ready to get to. So the one detective that pissed me off was the one that kept making phone calls, right? First of all, if you know they suspicious of people when they do suspicious ass shit, first of all, won't y'all have a code or something like that? If you gonna be talking to your bookie, use code words. That's what he called him, his bookie. Use code words. You just over there talking all willy nilly and free and shit, and you got yourself now. Granted, he bypassed the shit with the female because she just was so eager to have more people on the team that she was looking past all the other shit. But then you get another motherfucker who's a man and can see right through your bullshit. He knew something was up, and then he killed your stupid ass because you keep trying to make phone calls around people. He already was watching you and you seen him watching you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit was dumb. Now, what pissed me off about this episode was y'all knew that this chick was gonna be after y'all, right? As much shit that JC and Eddie has gone through. They know every crook that they catch wants to have some type of revenge on them. So they do revengeful shit to try to get to him. Hell, Eddie watched JC go through it for like 3 fucking seasons. So it just blew my mind that JC and Eddie were so nonchalant and acting like they don't realize that this bitch is still out there on the loose. Like, it didn't. I don't get it. She's still out there on the loose, and you run around here hopping in your shit. First of all, y'all the police. Y'all telling me y'all don't think. Yeah, first of all, it had to be an inside job because how did his car get bugged with a bomb, and nobody at the police precinct seen the shit? Yeah, spoiler alert: Eddie got blown up in the fucking car. He got married to his fiance the right way, and then literally like a day or two later, the shit fucking blew up. Now, here's what threw me off. Well, I don't know how long ago it was because it didn't give me a timeline. If it did, I missed it. It could have been a day, it could have been a week. But if it was the next day, why the hell y'all ain't going on no honeymoon or nothing? Like, go on vacation, get out of here, do something. Instead, you still going to your job the next day, cleaning out your desk. And then you get blown up in your fucking car. And I'm still baffled that you got blown up in your fucking car and nobody seen this bitch put a bomb on that motherfucker because she would have had to get under the car or pop the hood, wire that motherfucker somewhere. And you telling me nobody noticed her doing that shit? Because there's no way in hell she wired it at your house. You drove all the way to work and that motherfucker didn't blow up, considering that when you got in the car to leave, you backed that motherfucker up, put it in drive, and it blew the fuck up. So I'm trying to figure out how the hell she had time to do that and nobody saw it. And then when this bitch go on more bank robberies, I think this was another episode, by the way. I'm, Just saying. Then this little bitch going on more bank robberies and shit like that. And I think the other officer that got killed was in the other episode. But anyway, because I was watching season 4, episode 1, 2 at the same time. So just so y'all know. So I'm mixing the episodes together, so don't shoot me if I put something in the wrong spot. But anywho, the shit that blew my mind though is that how the fuck y'all let how y'all let that bitch get away? I'm trying to figure that out. Because y'all hopped in the car right after them. Y'all found the car. Like, how did she duck and dodge all that quick? And then she had to pull over. Old boy was in the car dying. She had to get the money out. She had to find another car. So how y'all let her get away? This why I be saying Eddie and JC be pissing me off because they mediocre ass cops to me. They take forever to solve a case. They take forever to find a motherfucker. It's gonna take JC and them forever to arrest this bitch for killing Eddie. We're gonna look up, we're gonna be on episode fucking 4, and they still ain't got this bitch. Stretching the story out. It's fucked up they killed Eddie off like that though. To blow the nigga up in the car, you couldn't have had it to where he was already going to another precinct. Y'all couldn't have just had it to where maybe the car blew up before he got in and he ended up in a coma, or he got sent to another precinct in another state, and him and his wife. I don't fucking know. I just don't think that they needed to kill him off the show, especially not like that. Getting blown up is crazy work. Cat me, don't blow me up. I can't even have a proper burial. That's another thing. I didn't even see them niggas give him a proper burial. That's neither here nor there. The point is, well, I guess they couldn't because he was. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get. I don't get it. That episode was boring as hell. But I ain't gonna cap to y'all. I kind of want to start from the top and watch this from seasons 1 through 4. But the problem is, I think Hulu just took season 1 off, so I can watch from season 2 to 4. But I don't think I can watch season 1 because I think they took that shit off. But I kind of do want to watch it though, kind of see what it's hitting for. Cause some of the episodes I remembered as a kid, but not all of them. Now, one thing that cracks me up is, um, Junior from My Wife and Kids is the son to JC in New York Undercover, right? It's crazy cause little homie looks so different in that. Like his head wasn't shaped like it is now in that. Or maybe it's just because he had a lot of hair on his head. I don't know. But that nigga head wasn't shaped like that in that show. I know that's off topic, but that nigga head wasn't shaped like that in New York Undercover like it is in My Wife and Kids and as an adult. Mm-hmm. Maybe his head grew out. I don't know. Anyway, what else was I gonna say to y'all people? My good people in the world. Uh all in all, I probably would rate that episode a 4.5 out of 10. It was boring. I knew where it was going. Everything was predictable in that episode. It was fucked up they killed Eddie like that. JC be getting on my nerves. And then listen, hold on, one more thing about JC. The thing that pissed me off is when in season 4, episode 1, when JC got that picture, and basically knew the old girl was coming for his son. Your son had already been through some shit with a previous motherfucker that tried to kill you. So keeping it a secret that somebody else is after him is kind of stupid. Because he's already been through trauma once before. So you might as well tell him, hey, there is somebody who's after your dad, which makes you a target. So whatever you do, you see something strange, something look odd, you go to somebody who's super familiar, you call me. Instead, he trying to play this damn game like ain't nobody after y'all. I ain't even finished watching the episode because it just was pissing me off. Because JC be acting like he just don't got no kind of common sense. Mm-mm-mm. But I do feel bad for Eddie. And is that chick he married supposed to be the same chick who he was interested in that got the baby that's adopted by other people? I think them are two different ladies, right? Because I think she was Hispanic or Latina or something. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was. See, that's why I gotta go rewatch it because I'm trying to figure out what happened between them two that led him into old girl. I gotta go back and watch it because I'm trying to remember now. Too many dots to try to reconnect. But nonetheless, though, um, even though I rated it a 4.5 out of 10, it still was a good closing of a season. It's just that they dragged out too much of certain storylines and certain scenes when they could have clipped some of them and kind of put in more important shit in certain spots. Uh, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. Um, Anywho, any hey, any day. This was another episode of Real Talk with your homegirl Tay. If you have another specific episode, TV show in general, or if you want me to do a different themed situation with Real Talk with Tay, as long as it's TV show or movie related, I got you. But put it in the comments. I'll take a look at it, see what I can do. And in the meantime, in between time, y'all stay blessed and appreciate y'all for rocking with your girl. It has been another episode, and I'm your host, Miss Tay Nicole. I'll see y'all next week. Peace out. And I came down.